The step is necessary because despite our previous efforts to stop the use of chemical weapons, the attacks have continued. Those efforts included the Council's adoption in September 2013 of Resolution 2118, which required the Syrian regime to dismantle and destroy its chemical weapons program under international supervision. But while the resolution made significant progress toward that end, the attacks continued. Our efforts also included the adoption of Resolution 2209, which condemned the use of chlorine as a chemical weapon and made clear that such attacks were a violation of the Chemical Weapons Convention and Resolution 2118. Yet still, the attacks continued. Until we adopted today's resolution, there was no mechanism to take the obvious next step, determining who is involved in such attacks. Even when there were obvious signs pointing to the parties responsible, investigators were not empowered to point the finger. This has compounded an already rampant sense of impunity in Syria. As we all know, that determination ties the perpetrator to the action, and that link is essential to eventual accountability and helping prevent future abuses from occurring. That is what the new UN OPCW Joint Investigative Mechanism will do in response to incidents in Syria that involved or likely involve the use of chemicals as weapons. The mechanism will gather evidence aimed at identifying the individuals and entities that have a hand in such attacks, and it will do all it can to name those individuals or entities. To those who think that impunity will last forever for the perpetrators and all others involved in chemical weapons attacks, those who order chemical attacks, those who fill munitions with chemicals, those who drop chemical weapons, look at all of the perpetrators today who find themselves being forced to answer for acts committed years or even decades ago. Look at those who have been convicted for carrying out the genocide and war crimes in the Balkans, or those now being prosecuted in The Hague. Look at Hissène Habré, currently standing trial for atrocities he carried out in Chad 3 decades ago.